To you by Bell & Health, elite care for everybody. Gallagher's Pizza, Italian food, Irish spirit. McMahon's of Luxembourg, where the best home for our furniture is yours. Cobison Buses, family pride in every ride. North Star Dental Group, changing your life by changing your smile. Lamers, the passenger professionals. Dandred on West Mason, one low price, always. Witt Family Auto, from our lot to yours. And Simon's Specialty Cheese. Experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese.
From Denmark, Wisconsin, it's time for the TV32 Sports Showdown. Tonight, we're in the Northeastern Conference for a Week 7 matchup between Luxemburg-Casco and Denmark. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the broadcast alongside John Mino.
Hello, Teddy.
I'm Ted Stefaniak. Glad you can be with us tonight. Another special broadcast, John.
Yeah.
We are on NBC 26, obviously, tonight, and we're the official broadcast partner for the Packers versus Cancer campaign.
What a great endeavor. I mean, Pro Sports has really done a great job getting involved with the cancer fight at all different levels. Taking it to the high school level in a small community like this, I think that's spectacular.
Absolutely. And, you know, we're here in Denmark. It's homecoming, and you couldn't tell as you drove into town, could you?
There is more toilet paper. They must have dropped it from helicopters or something because it's like 40 feet high in the trees, or else somebody's got an unbelievable arm. Did you notice
Yes,
that?
I noticed
They've
that.
got all those good pictures for the baseball team here. One of those kids must have been going around tossing the into the trees. It's like 40 to 50 feet up in the trees. Toilet paper galore.
Absolutely. This Denmark team, 3-3 on the season. It's been a little bit of a rough ride, but they get their quarterback tonight.
A little bit of a rough ride. You know, they lost their first game, a real tough one by 1 point. Then they played two of the best teams in the state. This conference is pretty tough. There are not many nights off in this conference.
And Luxemburg-Casco, they won their first 4 games, surprised some people with that quick start. Lost their last 2. They're dealing with some injuries.
They're dealing with some injuries, especially to their quarterback. That's going to hurt. Last week, they jumped out to a 14-0 lead against that fantastic Freedom team. Just couldn't hang on.
So you see the Denmark Vikings getting ready. They take the field. They're introduced as a team. Both teams were introduced, and, man, the stands were just shaking a moment ago.
Yeah, they were. It was really cool. Great atmosphere here tonight. Really great.
Here's Luxemburg-Casco. Tough game. They were leading Freedom in this game. Their quarterback went down.
Yep.
Max Ronsman now out for the season. Their best passer, the best rusher, he's out for the season. They ended up losing that game. Denmark also lost a tough one last week as well.
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, they're going with a freshman quarterback. You don't see that very often. He's got good size, 6'1", 180 pounds. He also plays some linebacker. Braden Lawrence is his name. We'll see how that works out. I remember we did a game here a long time ago, Teddy. If you remember back, not too distant future, we saw a freshman quarterback lead Denmark. Remember that? And his sister kicked the extra points.
Well, yes, we did. That was quite a few years ago. Denmark's got their quarterback back.
Yep.
Lucas Miller is the quarterback, so he's missed a few games, but he is back, so that is a big help for the Vikings tonight. Vikings wearing their purple jerseys. They will kick off to Luxemburg-Casco wearing their white jerseys, and we are underway here in Denmark tonight. Fielded at the 10-yard line, brought up to the 25, and looking for the 30, and brought down. And that is where Luxembourg will start out. Let's bring in the third member of our broadcast team, Ben Moken, the NBC 26 neighborhood reporter on duty tonight. Ben?
Yeah, guys, it is quite the atmosphere outside here tonight, and we've been here all day, and temperatures right now are pretty frigid compared to what we saw earlier today. It was in the 70s earlier, and nowadays we're looking at, or not nowadays, but right now, we're looking at some pretty cold temperatures now, so those hits for the players and, you know, the contact they're going to make tonight, it might be a little bit more painful, but we'll see if that affects any of the game.
Okay, where is he from again, Teddy? Texas? Georgia? Something? This isn't frigid. Just give us a couple more months. You'll know what frigid is, my friend.
This is pretty nice for Week 7.
Frigid for me, I'll tell you that.
They wear one of those nice Packers versus Cancer hats.
Yeah, that's right.
We've got here, so that'll keep you warm.
Hey.
So, meanwhile, Luxemburg-Casco picks up 5 yards on their first drive of the game. 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Up the middle, looking for the first down. They've got it. The Spartans have their first down of the night.
Yeah, nice play on the part of the offensive line, getting it started. Taking it basically straight up the middle. That's Connor Lepiano. Up to the 47. So 2 plays in the first down for the Spartans. So we mentioned going with that freshman quarterback.
Yeah, they've had some injuries at that position. Max Ronsman, who said, terrific passer.
Two-way player.
Two-way player. All conference at a couple different positions last year, but suffered an injury, ended up having surgery this week, is done for the season. He was a state champion in wrestling last year, so hoping to get back for the wrestling season later this year.
And that Denmark team has, 6 starters, I think. They're on the state baseball team. It's pretty good group of athletes they brought through here the last few years.
Been through some tough games in different sports, that's for sure. 2nd and 6, ball on the 49, and here comes the Viking pressure.
Christopher Van Wielen with the carry. And boy, he was met by the interior of that line and linebackers for Denmark swarming in. Let's see if he shoots the gap. Oh, he just made a nice play. Big time play for big number 65, Ethan Ruthio.
So the Spartans, they've got that freshman quarterback, Braden Loritz.
Oh, excuse me, 65 is Clayton DeGrave. I'm sorry.
DeGrave, yep. Loritz, the freshman quarterback, getting his first start tonight. Wasn't really expecting to be in this situation, but here he is, leading the Spartans in a big game. Here's the Viking defense again, another loss.
Boy, another big play, just bursting in there again for Denmark. They're doing a great job just beating the hole. Zach Baganevsky, 6'4", 210 pounds.
So a huge defensive stand for the Vikings.
It's a great football name, huh?
Bagnevsky?
Yeah.
You got it.
Great football name.
Punting situation here for the Spartans. George Herlash, the punter for the Spartans. This is a high punt.
High into the sky, lost that one in the...
Bounced at the 35 and then
black
comes back
sky.
to the 40. That's where the Vikings will begin their first drive of the game after this timeout. You're watching Showdown. 1st and 10 as the Vikings go to work for the first time on offense tonight. Lucas Miller, first play of the game, back from injury, throws a short little pass, and they pick up a big first down and then some.
DJ Van Lanen on the receiving end. Nice play action. Did a nice job with the fake in the backfield. Nice little semi-rollout right there. Nice job of the running back to carry out the fake. That's Reese Johnson. And a big pickup on the first play.
What a great,
19 yards.
what a great play for your injured quarterback. Come back.
Absolutely.
Make a short little pass. Big play for the team. That's going to play a big,
and I always
big momentum boost
especially
here.
in high school, but almost every level. Get that first completion.
20-yard pickup brings up 1st and 10 now on the 40-yard line of the Spartans. Miller under center. They put a man in motion. This time it's the pitch. They'll try the left side. And to the 35-yard. Spartans going for the strip, but a great job to hang on to that by Nolan Perry.
Nolan Perry, 6 foot, 150 pounds, did a real nice job of hanging on to that one because you're right, the Spartans were trying to claw that one away from him. But a gain of about 7.
It's kind of a dangerous situation. You got to make a decision there.
What
Am I going to poke for the ball or am I going to make the tackle?
That's right.
So a 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. Ball on the 34-yard line. Just underway here in the first quarter in Denmark tonight.
Another play action.
To the right. And Miller wings it over the middle. He had a man. What a nice arm with just a little flick of the wrist.
That was a really nice throw. Just really got it out there. Cole Charneski, the intended receiver, but you're right, Ted. He was under pressure. He was still moving awfully fast. He didn't have time to set himself. Just a quick fling of the arm, and he got it downfield.
Pretty impressive pass on the run.
It certainly was. Like we said, man, they've had some great baseball players here over the last couple of years. Your Coach Miller and the whole gang.
Well, Lucas was honorable mention all-conference at quarterback last year, but again, suffered that injury that missed 3 games. Back to the ground they go and across the 30-yard line. This time it's Reese Johnson on the carry.
Powerful run, putting his head down, trying to get some extra yardage. Christopher Vandenwielen came up to make the stop. Tough, determined run. Watch him finish, Teddy. Right there.
Head down.
That's the way you finish. Wow. Gain an extra 3 yards. Remember who always used to preach that, the extra yard? Coach Jones. Remember that? That was always his philosophy.
1 more yard.
1 more yard.
Fresh set of downs. Ball to the 26 now. Again, It is Johnson again across the 20-yard line and into the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
Impressive drive. Coming into the ball game, Denmark had rushed for 1,063 yards and 16 touchdowns on the ground. So this is their forte. They really need that running game to carry them. And ironically, Luxemburg-Casco almost exactly the same, 1,153 rushing yards coming in and 17 touchdowns. But they average over 5 yards per carry coming into this game.
Spartans looking for a stop here with a 2nd and 2. To the air they go again, this time to the left side, over the top and caught, and that is
I'm waiting for the
no
sign.
signal. They're going to say incomplete. Whoa, that looked pretty good from up here, but I want to see the replay, John.
Yeah, me too.
Well, yeah, Simon Alexander also saying, what am I missing here? One. You only need one.
Huh. Yeah. They watching in New York?
Well, we're waiting for a call from New York on that one.
Call from New York. Absolutely.
It appeared to be good unless he was juggling
Something, yeah, the ref was right there, so I'm not going to,
we saw the foot get down, but maybe there was a juggle there. Well, anyways, it brings up a 3rd and 2, and they go back to the ground, and that's Perry.
And it looks like he's got the first down up to the 15-yard line. Can we take another look at it one more time?
Yeah, maybe a different angle on that one.
And to be honest with you, I had a bunch of people stand up right in front of me in that corner where we are.
Yeah.
So I wasn't, in natural time, I didn't really get a great look at it. But they're really moving it methodically right now. Denmark is.
So we don't have another angle to show you. So we go back to a 1st down. Ball sitting on the 15-yard line for the Vikings. Up the middle, bounces off some defenders and into the end zone. This time it's a touchdown, Vikings.
DJ Van Lanen with the carry, with the touchdown. What an impressive drive. They ran a little bit of a trap that time. Reverse pivot on the part of the quarterback, and the hole just opened up. Watch this nice little reverse. You got the pull right there. And he does the rest. Again, nice job of hanging on to the football because they're trying to rip it out of his right hand, but Van Lanen takes it in for the score.
Extra point. And that is good by Carl Hiesen. And it is 7-0 Denmark. We'll step away. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26. No matter who you are, part of you is an athlete, whether you're a student, a professional, or a recreational athlete. The Bell & Health Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedic team provides elite care for everybody. Bell & Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
So an impressive 60-yard drive for the Vikings. Let's see if Luxemburg-Casco can answer that one. Luxemburg-Casco was moving the ball really well early on in their first drive. Another quick partial here. Little shoots 7-0 over Freedom.
And a big hit near the 25-yard line, and that's where the Spartans will start. Well, the Down and Distance tonight is brought to you by Gandrud West Mason Value Center. The right vehicle at the right value for your money. Complete inventory online at GandrudWest.com.
Gabe Noth with a big hit that time on special teams. Just a sophomore. 6'1", 200 pounds. Future looks pretty bright for this Denmark team. A lot of sophomores on the team. So Luxemburg-Casco at the 26th.
Second drive for the Spartans as they look to the sideline for the call. Maybe an audible here.
Looks like it, because they're taking a lot of time. Yep.
They do get it off in time. A run off that right guard.
Yeah, the hole was there momentarily. Then it closed really quick.
Sam shoots.
Jacob Dittmer with the initial hit. Gave him about 3, up to the 30.
Another look at this one. Shoots, where's number 22?
See, right there, that's a really nice block he got early on, but they couldn't control it after that.
Shoots might get a few more carries nowadays.
Right.
Ronsman is no longer available. That pass is a little bit high by the freshman. They were looking for Ryan Ruthio.
Yeah, trying to get that, we talked about that, trying to get that first completion, especially with a young quarterback like this. Just a freshman, can you imagine the pressure? This Luxemburg-Casco program is stout. Every year they're stout. We saw them last year. Was it Menasha that finally knocked them off in the playoffs, I believe?
Yeah, they were undefeated all year long, and then they get Menasha. Yeah. They had quite the playoff lineup as Loretz goes down.
Boy, this Denmark defense is just pumped right now. Just incredible the way they're playing.
Yeah.
Tell you what, they're gonna go after him. Cody Bradley, number 21, led the way on that play for Denmark.
Well, and when you got a freshman out there in his first start, those offensive linemen got to step up little bit more, give him a little more protection.
Yep, no question.
I don't want the confidence dropping too much for this young freshman. Oh, the
Nearly
pressure
blocked,
was coming.
yeah.
These guys are getting after it tonight. This one fielded at the 41-yard line and brought down about the 47. So that's where they will take over next. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Showdown. So back to work we go. 4:33 remaining in the first quarter. Miller back to the air, had a man open and just overthrew him a little bit.
Yeah, rolling to the left is always a little bit tougher for a right-handed quarterback. He did have his man open. That was Jacob Dittmore, but just let that one sail a little bit. Using all the rollout, though. Every pass has been a rollout. Play action in the backfield and then rolling out to get him free from the defensive ends.
So Miller, being a senior, he's got that experience, that poise. This is his fourth game this season. Again, coming back from injury, 18 of 37 passing this season with about 400 yards through the air and 3 touchdowns. Across the 50-yard line.
It's your basic off tackle with putting the head down and getting what he can. Number 28, Nolan Perry, again with the carry. Yeah, that Luxemburg-Casco team last year scored at will in some of the games they played, didn't they? Yeah, that offense was just so high-powered.
Isaac Vandenbush
was phenomenal.
Yeah, he was quite the player last year.
Yeah, you got to finish that story. When I asked if he played college football.
Oh, yeah. Isaac Van, we'll talk about that in a second here. This is a 3rd and 6 from the 50 for the Vikings. Trying to keep this drive alive. Put a man in motion, a little pitch, tried the near sideline here. Great job by the defense. Stepping up and creating a 4th down situation.
Chris Vanderweilen, I'll tell you what, they needed somebody to make a big defensive play. Vanderweilen came up and did just that. Didn't let him get by him, didn't let him get the edge. 6'1", 180, just a junior. Big open field tackle for Luxemburg-Casco.
So we're talking about Isaac Vandenbush.
Yes.
Terrific college prospect, but decided instead of going to college and play college football.
Because he was kind of beat up and sore and whatever.
Take it a little bit easier.
Take it easier.
Join the Marine Corps. Good for him.
Phenomenal for him. Absolutely fantastic for him.
To him.
But it's just, I'm not sure Recruit Depot in San Diego is the place to rest and relaxation. But God bless him. That's awesome.
So 4th and 6, and they're going to go for it, John.
Sure.
And Miller's in trouble, and down he goes.
Loose.
It was loose, but they're going to say he was down.
So another big play for Luxemburg-Casco. Ezra Wagey making the play that time. 2 big plays by Luxemburg-Casco's defense right there to snuff out that drive. 5'8", 190, Wagey. But yeah, he was definitely down when it popped out. So big gamble deep in your own territory. And Luxemburg-Casco with great field position now at the 40.
The Vikings 40, so we'll see if the Spartans can take advantage of it. 2:42 remaining in this first quarter.
They overloaded on the right side. Now they split it up. They had 4 on one side, and I think there's going to be a timeout called. Yeah, there's some mix-ups there.
Well, while we have a timeout here, we're going to talk about our friends over at McMahon's of Luxembourg. Of course, Jeff and the gang watching tonight. Tonight's Showdown game brought to you in part by McMahon's of Luxembourg. Quality furniture at reasonable prices. Where the best home for our furniture is yours. They're wrapping up their 87th anniversary over at McMahon's of Luxembourg.
That's fantastic. I like those places that are traditional like that,
Yeah.
stay in the same town. I think those are the heart of a community when you have businesses like that. Really do. You know, one thing about this Luxemburg-Casco program too, Ted, and not to take anything away from the other teams in the conference, but during the course of a regular season, you play some tough hombres. So you're talking about being beat up or a little tired by the end of the year. Going into the playoffs, you really have to bring up that second notch because you go through the Freedoms and the Little Shoots and the Wrightstowns and all these kind of teams, the Denmarks. That's quite the endeavor.
Well, this is always one of our favorite conferences to cover because every year there's going to be a different team that comes through every year, and they're pretty much equal as you go through the years.
That's exactly right.
Somebody's always going to race to the top in any given year.
And everybody's kind of had their era. Wrightstown, Freedom now, it looks like it. Luxemburg-Casco, of course.
Little Shoots back up there.
Little Shoots back up there, right? Ranked to the top 10 in the state.
Yeah, this is a fun conference.
Yep, no question.
So the Spartans get everything sorted out here. Coach Neil's
Looking
here
deep.
taking that time
Has
out.
a man.
And they connect. Caught at the 15, and nobody's going to touch them. Touchdown, Luxemburg-Casco. Braden Schley on the reception.
What a great play, or great ball fake in the backfield right there. Showed some poise, stood strong in the pocket. Perfect throw for the 40-yard touchdown. Well, that's a confidence builder for the freshman. When you get that first completion, it turns into 6.
And the extra point is good. So we're tied at 7 apiece with 2:23 remaining in the first quarter. Wow.
Well, you know what turned this game around? I mean, it's awfully early to talk about turning something around, but the defense on the part of Luxemburg-Casco making those couple big plays, those big stops, first on 3rd down, then on 4th down, putting their offense in better field position so they wouldn't have to drive it 70 or 80 yards.
Well, our instant replay tonight, our friends over at Simon's Specialty Cheese are with us every single year. They are our instant replay sponsor tonight. Simon's Cheese, experience the best of Wisconsin at Simon's Cheese, Little Chute.
And for the 7th consecutive week, you haven't taken me to lunch there.
Yeah,
7
we
weeks,
need to do that.
7 weeks.
Maybe this week.
Really?
Maybe this week.
All right. I'd like that. I would like that a lot. Some other scores coming in. Nina leading Kakana 14-0. Bayport leading Ashwaubenon 20-0. Bayport's pretty good, you know that?
Well, we're going to find out the next couple of weeks. We're going to have Bayport back-to-back weeks. We've got Bayport at De Pere next week, followed by Bayport hosting West De Pere in what could be the conference championship in that Week 9 matchup.
That's pretty good. Trying to get that edge. He does!
Wow, look at him go!
Shot. He's gone.
40, 30, 20. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown, Denmark.
Nolan Perry, wow, did he explode once he got that outside, Ted. I could see the Luxemburg-Casco guys kind of converging into the center of the field. He saw it as well and decided right then and there he's going to go totally horizontal, get that sideline, and just explode down that sideline. Wow, that was an incredible kickoff return for a touchdown. What an answer. Nolan Perry, who's having a big night. Wow.
Well, were you worried about having any action in this game?
Oh, man, what a first quarter this has been.
Now the extra point. And that is good. With big leg on that kicker. Carl Heesen with the extra point. So 14-7. Denmark answers the Luxemburg-Casco touchdown with a kickoff return touchdown of their own. Well, Lamers Bus Line is hiring safe and friendly school bus drivers for daily routes and after-school athletics. Lamers offers increased hourly wages and bonuses up to $2,400 each year. Visit golamers.com/careers to apply.
Real early, Fond du Lac leads Kimberly 7-0. Fond du Lac is another one of those teams that have great seasons. But, man, going through that conference as well, especially with the Kimberleys and the Ninas and some of those schools that you face week after week. You know, one thing, too, though, about I feel bad about, Ted. We never got a chance to do a game of probably the greatest football player ever to come out of Fond du Lac.
Which is?
A young man that's playing for the Badgers who's not
Sure, we've done games with
I did.
Braylon Allen.
I never have.
Yes, you have.
I don't think I did.
I think you have.
I don't think I did.
He would disagree. So let's see what Luxembourg has to answer.
Rofio, football.
And take it down inside
17.
the 20-yard line. Yep.
So that's where they'll start. This Denmark special team is pretty good. I mean, they get after it.
Well, special teams and defense. And this time with a longer field now. So,
right,
so
that's what I was
Denmark gave them a
talking
shorter field that time. They
Right.
took advantage of it. This time, they'll get a little longer trek here.
That was Hagen Tigi with the tackle that time for Denmark. Flags. Or timeout. Timeout, I think, timeout called by Denmark. Yeah, I think Luxemburg-Casco came out in an offense they weren't prepared for. They're imaginative. Luxemburg-Casco comes out with a lot of different looks, a lot of different sets. And I think that was one that maybe they hadn't scouted, hadn't had a look at before, and decided to not waste a timeout, to take a timeout and reset the offense, or the defense rather.
Well, and Luxemburg-Casco took a timeout too. So you see the coaches using the
Yeah, no
timeouts
question.
more
Yep.
strategically to
Right.
make sure whether it's offense or defense, everybody's on the same page, see if you can create something big time.
And in the first half, why not? If it's the second half where you might need them to win the game type of thing or to get the ball back, you can see it more. But in the first half, I think it's just really important to play as clean as humanly possible. If you got to take those timeouts early on, so be it.
I think another one of our great sponsors, Whit Ford. From our lot to your driveway, our tools help you find vehicles quickly and easily. Whit Ford, your trusted Ford dealer.
We've seen some big plays this year, Ted. First play of the year was a 100-yard touchdown.
I think the first 4 weeks of the season, that either the kickoff or
Right.
the first play of the drive,
I remember
something big time happened.
Nina game, 70-yard first play of the game.
Some great football action this season. Love to watch these high school athletes in action on a Friday night. So first down from the 18-yard line.
Big hole.
Big chunks of yardage for both teams right now.
Yeah, these offensive lines are really opening up some holes, and the running backs are running hard. Chris Vanderwielen with the carry that time for Luxemburg-Casco. Gain of about 8, brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line. So you pretty much have the playbook wide open when you're on 2nd and 2.
And close to a first down, and I think he's got it on the carry.
Another strong run, really finishing hard. He's getting the bread and butter right now, Vanderwielen once again. Good size for running back, hitting the hole hard, 6'1", 180. DePere 7, Preble 7. First quarter of that ball game.
So ball on the 31-yard line. Fake the handoff. Little pass out to the left, little screen out to Ruthier.
Yeah, a little bit
Rethio, excuse me.
Whatever you want to call it. A little bit of a bubble screen that time. Again, I think the quarterback settled down now. Not that he showed any nervousness. Well, maybe one or two of his early passes kind of sailed on him, but right now I think he's playing with a lot of confidence. Spun it out there nicely. Ruthier tried to make a man miss. Gained about 3.
Left side this time, and another first down for Luxemburg-Casco.
Vanderwielen again. So another strong job. I'm telling you, though, this offensive line for Luxemburg-Casco is doing a really nice job. Now they're going with the no huddle, getting the play called in from the sidelines. And if they're going to get it in before the quarter ends, I don't think so. I think they're trying to let it wind down. They'd have a first. No, they're going to come out now.
Still have time to get this off. 10 seconds remaining in the quarter and counting. And we'll get it. It's a low snap. And busting through that line. Tough 3 yards.
Yeah,
and that'll
3 for
do
a
it
crack.
for the first quarter. What an exciting quarter here in the
Great first quarter.
Northeastern Conference. Luxembourg-Casco and Denmark battling. It is the Vikings with a 7-point lead. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26. Well, special night here in Denmark. It is the Packers versus Cancer campaign. We are the official broadcast partners for that. And you see a couple of Packers on the field. Chris Barnes Jordan Love in attendance tonight. We'll be talking to those guys in a little bit.
And tossing footballs up into the stands.
Yep. Meanwhile, we begin the second quarter, and here is Luxemburg-Casco going right back to work.
Very nice completion out to Ryan Ruthio, who's been doing a little bit of everything for another first down. Really like the way this freshman quarterback is playing right now. Showing a lot of confidence on his throws.
Well, good to see this young quarterback. It kind of catches breath here after getting his first start. The freshman
absolutely
having a little bit of success here late in the first and then entering the second quarter. Ball up to the 37-yard line. Trying to make sure everybody's in position and set. Left side again. And maybe a yard pickup. We saw that Denmark defense at the beginning of the game just bust through the line. The Luxembourg offensive line doing a little better job.
Yeah, Jonah Getch that time made a big play for Denmark with that hit. Brother Menashe and Notre Dame tied at 7 in the second quarter.
Second and 9 from the 37 now. We get some flags. So that'll go against Denmark. So that'll help out the Spartans a little bit here.
Second and 3. Right at the 30. Getting those calls in from the sidelines once again. Boy, they take that play clock right down to the last second. Oh, another big play for that Denmark defense. They just teed off that time. Got one of the big men coming hard. Caden DeGrave.
So a 3rd and 4 coming up.
As Ted does some technical work up here with the microphones. Nice job,
We've got
Teddy.
You like that?
I like that a lot. In anticipation of some special guests walking in.
Maybe some special guests,
Maybe.
right? Got to be ready. So a 3rd and 7.
Looks like a legal procedure on Luxemburg-Casco. That hurts because you have to think with 3rd and 7 at the Denmark 35, it would be 4 down territory. Now, I don't know. It's to be 3rd and basically 10. Well, actually 3rd and 12, all the way back to the 38 of Denmark.
Trailing by 7 early here in the second quarter.
This stance is shaking. Wow. Looking deep.
Let's it go. What a great
Oh! Did he make that catch?
No signal. Yes, they'll say yes, he did make the catch.
That was incredible. What an arm on that quarterback. Holy cow. He threw that for about the 45 to the 2-yard line. That was incredible.
You see number 4, the young freshman. You were wondering, does this young man have an arm? The answer is
wow.
Most definitely.
Incredible. What a play.
So a 1st and goal.
First man through, hit at the line of scrimmage.
Vander Whelan was the carrier.
That was an incredible throw by that freshman quarterback. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So the ball right on the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal from the 5. What bag of tricks you pull out here, Coach?
Well, let's see what the young freshman can do here. Little jet sweep, but the Vikings smelled that one. Met him in the backfield and a loss of yards on that one. That was Rubio.
And DJ Van Lannen with the big hit that time. So 2 plays, they moved backwards, moved back all the way now to the 9-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 8 or 9.
But now you're going to let the freshman pass?
Roll them out. I look for a little bootleg rollout.
Braden Loretz takes the snap. Looks to the right side. That one just got away from him.
Got away from him. The receiver wasn't open. There were actually 2 defenders over there for Denmark. That had the possibility of going back the other way if he had actually made a better throw, because I thought one of the defenders was in position to undercut that ball.
The way the ball came out of his hand almost looked like it slipped.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It was well off target right from the get-go. So they're going to attempt the 25-yard field goal.
George Herlash, the kicker. And the senior lifts one, and it is good. So 3 points for the Spartans. Makes it a 14-10 game. You're watching Showdown. So a nice drive for Luxemburg-Casco. They come away with 3 points, so credit Denmark for getting the stop, but 3 more points for Luxemburg-Casco.
Well, I'll tell you what, they really, I love their play call. You know, it was 3rd and 12, and you're thinking, oh, it's not 4-down territory. You know, what do you do? Try if you don't get it. I'll tell you what they did. They let that young quarterback throw it about 48 yards down to the 2-yard line is what they let him do. That was incredible, and a beautiful catch at the other end.
This has been an exciting one.
This has been great. Great first half so far.
Homecoming night for Denmark.
And literally, when I'm looking through my binoculars, when everybody's stomping their feet here, you can't look through them because the entire stands are shaking so bad.
Big kick. This is going to be fielded at the 1. A nice return. No, still on his feet. Now brought down. We'll step away. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26. 8:08 remaining in the first half. It's been a good one here between Denmark and Luxemburg-Casco. The Vikings with a 4-point lead and the ball as they begin this drive on their own 23-yard line.
Defense comes up big right there for Luxemburg-Casco. Getting in there in a hurry. Number 75, Aiden Weber, 5'11", 270 pounds. So actually a loss of a yard. The swinging of the momentum has been incredible in this first half, hasn't it, though? Just when you think one team really has it together and they're going to kind of, build on it, roll with it, the other guys make a statement.
Yeah, it's been a fun one so far.
He's still in bounds. No, he stepped out. He stepped out back at the 35. Looked like he had a chance to bust them. That's their favorite play so far. Jacob Lemons with the catch. Just that little rollout. Quarterback flips it to him. And, oh, wow, just that little bit right there. So a first down for the Vikings up to the 34. That's the play they started the game with.
And here's the defense of the Spartans stepping up.
Once again, just stacking them up at the line of scrimmage. That is a tough D. Coming up there, number 22, Sam Schultz. Gain of 1. Clock continues. These first halves go too fast in these high school games we've been doing, don't they?
They do.
It's like you look up and it's almost halftime.
Clock stops when they score.
And that was about it, yeah.
So Miller under center. Hands off.
Got
He was
the
running
edge.
back. Reese Johnson pushed out of bounds.
At about the 43-yard line, so bring up a third down. Third and about 2. Got some nice blocking that time on the outside. Shed 1 tackle. Taken down. So 3rd and 1. If you don't get it here,
Well,
do you go for it? Yes or no?
they went earlier.
I know they did.
About the same yardage.
Just asking you. I say they do.
Let's see if they get it here, though. 3rd and 1.
Well, where the official is coming over from the far side, he does. He's right at the chalk.
No doubt about it.
Okay. All right, Teddy. So first down on the 45-yard line now.
Power football right there,
Power
John.
football right there. This drive has been power football.
So ball up to the 45-yard line. You know, when you look at these two teams coming in, here we are week 7. Denmark 3-3 on the season, Luxemburg-Casco 4-2. This is a big game, especially for Denmark, in terms of making the playoffs or not making the playoffs.
No
Need
question.
that win. They've got some tough games coming up
Real tough.
on their schedule. And here is another big run by the Vikings.
Boy,
And
getting
again,
the outside.
Johnson
Reese Johnson again.
deep into Spartan territory.
He is doing, that's been his moneymaker all night long, is getting to that outside in a hurry, then just going north and south from there. Got a block out there from number 20, DJ Van Lanen, just enough to spring him free down that sideline. Brings it all the way up to the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, inside 6 minutes. Fond du Lac leading Kimberly 14-7 right now.
So ball sitting on the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Vikings. And back to Reese Johnson they go. He was stacked up and he was still fighting for some yards and just goes sideways.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, this, it's Van Lanen actually with the carry.
Van Lanen?
DJ Van Lanen. These guys aren't as big as some of the teams that we do, but man, do they bring it. Don't they though? I mean, you want to talk about just hard-nosed, tough kids. That's what you get around here. So 3rd and 9. 2nd and 9, I'm sorry. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left.
The pitch again. They'll try the right side. And there is Nolan Perry.
Yeah, not much there on that side. He was trying to find a hole, but big Ethan Ruthio got in the way of it again. Ruthio, 6'2", 260 pounds. He's a junior.
I'll tell you what, Nolan Perry comes in with the most yards rushing coming into this game, but
Right.
they got a nice 3-headed monster.
They
here
really do.
with
No
those
question.
running backs.
They all look impressive.
Van Lanen,
Not even a question.
Perry, Johnson. 3rd and 6 from the 25. Couple of receivers to the left this time. They put Perry in motion. They fake to him. Looks back the other way. And they've got their tight end, Jonah Getch.
Rumbles. Breaking tackles, taking it down. Jonah Getch with a great individual effort.
Well, honorable mention, all-conference tight end last year. 15th catch on the season.
6 foot, 185. He's a senior.
Yeah, he can do some damage once he gets the ball in his hands.
He certainly can, because that play could have been stuffed with a very short game, but he just shed some tacklers and took it down for the big first down at the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal from the 10. They give it to Perry. Perry cuts it back across the
Wow.
middle and scores.
What a nice comeback. The play was designed to go outside, saw the opening in the middle, and just absolutely did a 45-degree turn and takes in for the score. Right there. He's having a big night. Impressive drive by Denmark. And again, these stands, we are literally bouncing up and down right now, aren't we?
Not by choice.
Not by choice, but we are bouncing up and down.
And the extra point is good. So 21-10, the Vikings celebrating homecoming with a lead late in the first half. You're watching Showdown. We'll be right back. (21-10), Luxemburg-Casco. They have been very impressive in this game tonight, without a doubt.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing, this Denmark team, like I said, it's huge crowd here. It's homecoming. You got some Packer players hanging around, and they just seem so spirited. It's incredible. But this Luxemburg-Casco team, now that we've seen that arm on that freshman quarterback, who knows what could happen here late in this first half.
The kickoff, Ryan Bradley with the kick. Sawyer Dorn with the return. Well, every time a team reaches the opponent's 20-yard line, well, they're in the Gallagher's Pizza red zone. Gallagher's Pizza. Italian food, Irish spirit. Now with locations in Swamico and De Pere, as well as 2 locations in Green Bay on West Mason Street and Webster Avenue. Talk about a great lunch.
Oh, buddy, you don't have to tell me. You don't have to.
I had to stop by earlier this week just to make sure it was still there, and let me tell you, it is.
Oh, yeah. Kind of a busted play with the low snap, and then it was dropped. And then pounced on by Garrett Collins. Took him down. De Pere leading Preble 14-7. So no gain on the play. Moving down to the 3-minute mark here in the first half. Going to air it out here, Teddy?
It might. They need to get some points on the board here before the half. Get this a little bit closer. They have a man that's wide open. Yeah, it was Ryan Ruthio again.
Ryan Ruthio right in front of us here was wide open. That one just sailed away from the young quarterback. Ruthio would have had a chance for a big play. That's a couple that just kind of seem to sail away from him now.
Yeah, and here's what I noticed right after that.
Yeah.
One of the linemen, after the pass was overthrown by the freshman, one of the offensive linemen went over there and gave his freshman quarterback a high five. Said, hey, it's all right.
Right.
It's all right.
It's great to see.
You're good.
Wish you would do that to me.
That time they do connect. Ruthio.
But again, that defense was right there. I'm telling you, Denmark is just bringing this defense so strong. Another tackle over there by number 20, DJ Van Lannen, who's had a big game on both sides of the ball. So 4th and 8. And the Spartans aren't going to, they're not going to get cute. They're going to punt this one away. And I don't blame them with the way Denmark is playing right now. All the momentum is with the guys in purple.
Yeah, I don't want to give them a shorter field.
No.
Then you need to.
You know, kind of trying to get out of this half, lick your wounds, and draw something up for the second
Nolan
half.
Perry is deep to receive the punt.
Take it at a fair catch at about the 32. So that's where Denmark will have it with 2:25 left to play in the first half, leading 21-10 over the Spartans from Luxemburg-Casco in a very entertaining first half.
Hey, let's check out our Smile Cam tonight. Good-looking faces here in the crowd. Of course, Smile Cam brought to you by North Star Dental Group, changing your life by changing your smile. People having fun here.
Absolutely.
And homecoming.
Absolutely.
They don't have any toilet paper at home anymore. It's all in the streets and the trees.
It was truly incredible driving down the street, wasn't it?
It was
when
fun.
you first came up. It was
fun.
incredible. How do you clean that up then? I mean, when it's high in the trees like that, does it just blow away eventually?
Just wait for the rain, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. So Denmark goes back to work. Miller steps out of the pocket, still looking downfield. He throws a nice ball and connects. I really like the way this guy throws the ball. Man.
Again, he found his tight end over there. That was just an outstanding throw. Jonah Getch with the catch. But you're right, Ted. Rolling to your left, full speed, and he just flings a frozen rope for a gain up to the 41-yard line.
He's done that a couple of times.
Very impressive.
Flicks it out there.
It reminds me of like a shortstop, you know, when you're running to your right and you got to make that throw to first.
Except this ball's a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger. Oh, and it's frigid, right, according to our reporter today? Frigid.
To check in with Ben. Building an igloo down there somewhere.
Big hole left side. That's their bread and butter once again. Taking it down.
Yeah, Reese Johnson.
And does he have the first down? Not quite.
Yeah. Inches.
Actually, I think they're going to measure. In fact, I'm sure they're going to measure.
They don't have to go very far, do they?
No, they're right there. That left side has really been working for Denmark.
Okay,
a lot of their big plays have come there.
They weren't measuring, and actually it's a couple yards. I think what happened, the chain just got
tangled up?
Dangled up. Somebody got tangled up in them. So
Got it.
It did look like that second.
Yeah, I thought they were looking to.
Down marker was right up against the yardage marker. So a second and long one here for the Vikings with under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Miller fakes the handoff, rolls to his right again.
Has a man open deep.
And he lets it go, looking for that man, and connects!
Wow.
Viking touchdown! 42 yards.
Another incredible throw by this quarterback. That was incredible. Charneski, there is a flag. Hold on, Teddy, there's a flag. That was Charneski with the catch. Another great throw by Lucas Miller, and it looks like it might be coming back. It's way over on the left side. Illegal man downfield.
And it will.
That will pull him back.
Gary Reinke, our lead official tonight, giving us the call.
Nothing against the call or whatever. I have no idea what would happen as far as who was down. But that doesn't take away the fact of a fantastic athletic play by that quarterback and that receiver. We've seen some good quarterback play here tonight.
Boy, he was so poised, rolling out, looking down the field. He knew he had his man.
And coming back from a thumb injury. So
yeah, just wanted to give him a little more time to run down the field a little bit longer so I can make sure.
Yeah, and boy, that bootleg certainly has worked for them tonight.
Beautiful, beautiful. But it does come back, so points off the board. It remains 21-10, 1:30 to go. Back to the ground and back to another first down for the Vikings.
Reese Johnson is just rumbling. Huge hole that time, offensive line for Denmark really opened up a big hole. And he gets up limping, though, Reese Johnson coming out of the game. That was a big hit right there, I'll tell you that, by number 7, Ryan Ruthio, who was on the field for pretty much every play. But Johnson just came out of the ball game. So Denmark trying to get one more.
Ball on the 22. First down for the Vikings.
Play action again.
Again, rolling right.
Good coverage this time.
Miller looking for Charneski,
and
and he still caught it.
Oh, my goodness.
He still caught it. Is it a touchdown? There's no signal.
I would assume, because it would be defensive pass interference. And
interference against Luxemburg-Casco, but he caught the ball.
I still haven't seen a signal, have you?
There was no signal for touchdown. They're going to say he was down at the 1.
Okay.
So I don't know. Maybe we can take a look at the replay here.
Okay, let's see what the official calls. I'm sure
yeah,
it was pass interference.
Gary Reinke making sure he's going to say no touchdown. So it is going to be first and goal on the 2-yard line. Here's another replay, another look at it here. I thought maybe he got in. No, he was short. He was clearly short. Yep. Great job by the officials. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That was great. That was great.
So first and goal from the 2. And timeout called. Luxemburg-Casco.
Yeah. Well, while they're having a timeout, we've got some guests on the joining us here in the booth. We're going to have you guys face this way here. We got a camera right behind us. Jordan Love and Chris Barnes. You just saw him on the field throwing some footballs to some fans in the stands just a moment ago. Hey, guys, thanks for coming and joining us for this high school football game tonight. Yeah. I mean, now, if I understand it right, you guys played high school football together? Yeah. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
It was awesome. I've known Chris since elementary school. We grew up together, and obviously went to high school together, went to state championship together, so we did a lot of winning going on over there back in high school. But that'd be a pleasure to play with my guys. Still be with them to this day, so it's been fun.
Did you guys ever literally talk about it from your high school Friday nights to being in the National Football League? Did you ever think that far ahead, dream that big?
Oh, I mean, that was a dream, definitely, but, you know, you never know if it's going to be able to be accomplished, and obviously now looking back on this, it's crazy that we played high school together and now we're on the same team in the NFL.
So back to action here with a first and goal from the 2. They give it to Reese Johnson, and he is in for the touchdown for Denmark with under a minute to go here. This Viking offense has been pretty impressive.
Right. You watching that young quarterback out there at all, Jordan?
Yeah, he's slinging it.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah, right.
So, Jordan, I have to ask you.
What's up, man? What's up?
What was this guy like in high school? Was he like that tough guy in the block?
Oh, man, The dog in high school. Played everything. Played defense, offense, a little bit tight end.
A little bit of everything.
I used to be in high school.
When you guys were getting ready to go to college, did you think about going to college together at all, or no?
Man, Chris was going to UCLA. He was committed, and I had offers coming out and still trying to, get recruited and whatnot. And Chris was helping, trying to get, coaches at UCLA to be like, hey, offer him. And
trying to make a package deal in some sense. But it all worked out in the end anyway.
How's your ankle?
It's good. Feeling good day after day. So
ready to get out there?
That's the main focus right now. Just continue to stay healthy, get healthy, and I'll be good from there.
Outstanding. Yep. Outstanding. Jordan, how's 12 treating you?
It's good. Extremely good. Yeah. It's good dude to be behind. So.
How do you like just the atmosphere of being a small-town high school football game?
It's been a while. I definitely miss it. It's a little bit different than Sundays. Sundays are definitely better, but you definitely don't forget Friday Night Lights. So it's definitely a pleasure to be out here.
Isn't that something? We had. I don't know if you guys would ever heard of him, which is a lot of years ago. Rocky Blair was a great running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He's from Appleton, played at the University of Notre Dame, and he said, he played in 4 Super Bowls, won a national championship in college, but the most goosebumps he still ever gets is on a Friday night when he hears a high school band play.
It's special, man. It's definitely special.
Absolutely. Very cool.
Hey, when you guys are in the moment in high school, I'm sure you're not, when you look back now, you've got more perspective on it. What should these players try to take back from, when they think back on these days? What are the things that you guys miss? What should they be thinking about every time they step on the field in high school?
Man, I say just enjoy it. Enjoy these moments with your friends, the dudes you grew up with, and just playing really, I'd say, fun football. It's not a lot of pressure on you, not a lot of thinking going on. Just going out there and have fun.
We go back to action here, and this is the freshman. Loritz gets it out. Nice pass to the 40, to the 30. Some running room here, 30-yard line, so the Spartans on the move with 36 seconds to go here. Jordan, we're seeing a young freshman getting his first start tonight. He's basically the third-string quarterback for the Spartans tonight. Wasn't expecting to be in this situation in a varsity game, in a big game like this. What would you tell a young man like this getting an opportunity in a big game like this, week 7 of the season?
Yeah, I'd say go make the most of it. You got a chance to play a long time if you were starting as a freshman on varsity, so go make the most of it and enjoy it. Yeah.
Every game we do, basically, there's a quarterback that's number 4. A few years down the road, will everybody have a 10?
I think everybody will have a 12, and then a few more years later down the road, everybody will have a 10.
All right.
Chris, you see these defenses playing so tough at the beginning of this game. It's kind of fun to see these young guys get after it.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. Go out there, play what they see, get ball, get ball, have fun out there, fly around, make plays, just like this right here.
And there you see the defense stepping up right now.
I have to ask, how many people did you get at your high school games?
How many what?
How many people in the stands did you get in your high school games?
Oh, we had a little bit bigger of a stadium than this, so a little bit more fans, but it'd be packed just like this. The bleachers be packed.
Was that outside of Bakersfield? Is that where it was?
Yeah, yes, sir. Bakersfield, California.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberty High School in Bakersfield.
All right. They retire your jerseys or anything?
Nah, we haven't got their jerseys retired yet. One day. It's coming soon.
It better, right?
Yeah, it's coming soon.
You follow your alma maters at all?
Oh, yeah. No, we stay in touch with our high school coach. He's still there. So every time we go back home, we link up with him, work out with him. We go back and we show love at the high school.
Anybody else make it to the NFL from your school?
From our school,
long snapper, Cole Mazza. He's a long snapper. He's still playing. I think he's on the Chargers.
Guys in Bakersfield alone that have made it to the league and are actually flourishing in the league right now. So it's an honor to be in the town from Bakersfield. You got a couple guys that are making their statement in the league right now, and we're happy to be the two of them. So it's a pleasure.
Outstanding.
Yep.
Very cool.
Hey, of course you guys are here, part of the big Packers versus Cancer campaign. How important is it for you guys to get out, your teammates to get out to support the communities and help in a situation like this with Packers versus Cancer?
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Every time you have the opportunity to support a cause like cancer, so many people are affected by that. Everybody kind of knows someone or has been affected personally. So it's awesome to just show support, be able to fundraise some money to support the cause.
Same thing for you, Chris?
Most definitely. I think if they support us, we want to support them. Community is so strong here. It's just a blessing and an honor to be able to show out here, be social support, use our platform to shed light on Packers versus Cancer.
First time you guys walked out on Lambeau Field with a full house, what went through your veins?
Hold on, Johnny. Right. Deep pass by Loretz looking down the field. Great pass breakup.
by number 3. Very good.
Well, Loritz let it
her
go.
fly.
The freshman's not afraid to let it go.
Man, no. First time going to Lambeau's awesome. Obviously, first time there with it empty. It's cool to see the stadium, see the inside, and just be in a historic stadium like that. But to see it packed, there's nothing like that.
What do you think of the fans around Green Bay?
They're special. Yeah, they're a very special group, and we love them to death. They love us. They show up for us each and every Sunday when we're at home. Even away games, they travel well. So it's an honor to have such a support group from them. We want to make them proud every Sunday.
Let's see if that young quarterback can launch another one.
In trouble. Yeah, they bring the linebackers to chase down that freshman.
Jordan, if you're down 28-10 going into the halftime, what would you tell your team?
What was that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I couldn't hear.
If you're the quarterback and you're down 28-10 going into the locker room at halftime, what do you tell the guys?
Oh, I'm telling them we got another half football left. We got plenty of time. Just got to go put some points up, but just play our game. We got plenty of time.
Outstanding. And one last thing I've just got for you guys. You know, we're talking about the Cancer Foundation, the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, everything like that. One thing about the Green Bay Packers, which I'm sure you've noticed, they make it a point to be a part of the community outside of Lambeau Field and really encourage you guys to do the same, don't they?
Yes, they do. And I think it's good for us to get out there and be a part of the community, show our face, show who we are, show our true spirit of who we are outside the helmet. And I think they take advantage of it, too. They want to see that side of us outside of football. And like I said, they support us. We want to support them. We'd be just a big support group in the community.
All right.
Fantastic. Jordan Love, Chris Barton, we really appreciate you guys coming up and spending some time with us and coming out to Denmark tonight supporting Packers versus Cancer. Thank you so much. Good luck this weekend, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, guys.
All right. It is halftime here in Denmark. Homecoming. The Vikings celebrating by leading the Luxemburg-Casco Spartans 28-10. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26. It is halftime here in Denmark. We've got a very special guest, Phil Shively, the Director of Orthopedics over at Bell and Health. And Phil, thanks for joining us today. We're talking a little something different today. We're talking about Career Academy, something you've got going on with some local schools and Bell and College. Tell us a little bit about it.
Right, so no football right now. We're talking education. We'll shift to gear, right? The Career Academy is a partnership with a couple of school districts in the community where we're trying to build an awareness of healthcare as an opportunity for young high school students, right? We expose them to healthcare careers. We get them in healthcare setting, and we partner with other folks to actually get them working in healthcare. We hope that turns around into kids choosing to choose healthcare as a career in the future. Yeah.
Here, let me toss that one back here real quick.
Football is flying in during this halftime interview. Phil, I mean, we've got some of the schools that you're working with. Are some of these schools out here tonight? I mean, you've got Denmark, Luxemburg-Casco. I know Kiwani's part of it too.
Yep, exactly. It's a partnership. It's actually a little bit bigger than that because we work with CISA 7, which is the organizational structure behind the school districts. They partner with state through what's called the Youth Apprenticeship Program. The Youth Apprenticeship Program is a sponsor of it, and then we partner with our partners at Kiwani, Denmark, and Luxemburg-Casco to provide the actual Career Academy component of it. But when the students complete the Career Academy, they're working on the Youth Apprenticeship, and they get a certificate when they've completed that says you completed this program through the state. So we're trying to meld the two and make a really cool program for kids.
You know what I think is pretty cool when you read like college bios and things like that? How many athletes are going into sports medicine and the health fields? I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, let me throw this stat at you, right? So my daughter's a fourth-year medical student at Creighton Medical School, and she got married this summer. And her mentor is a physician who's also a priest. And after the ceremony, I was talking with him. We were talking shop because that's what I do, right? And he said, number one predictor of success in medical school
is
collegiate athlete.
Really?
Athletes learn the skills and develop the time management and the discipline to be successful out here, like these kids in the weight room. But it translates into life, and that, for us, I mean, that's the connection that we always make between athletics. It turns into good people.
Should you drop the Ted Stefaniak name at Creighton?
I don't.
No, okay.
No,
you should.
Need a good seat at a restaurant or something.
You want to stay there.
Never came.
No, okay.
Yeah, she's better off that way. Better off that way.
I know, maybe. But
yeah, absolutely.
Phil, I mean, a program like this, such a great opportunity for these kids to get ahead. I mean, you talk about opportunities getting ahead in school. You're finishing up college a lot earlier if you're able to get these credits in high school.
Yeah, it's actually an incredible opportunity for the kids, especially kids who know they want to get into healthcare and they get started early, their freshman and sophomore year. If you start as a freshman, you can earn 42 college credits at Bellin College by the time you're done as a senior. But even if you start as a senior, you can knock down a couple college classes. College is expensive. I don't know. I'm on round 3 with that experience, and my bank account shows it. I think yours does too, if I remember right. It's terrible. And, I mean, we can help kids finish up school in 3 years or 3.5 years instead of 5 years or 4 years, right? And the advantage is that we get them in the work environment, we get them working, and they're exposed to all kinds of things they don't know exist. What's a surgical tech? Do you know? Right? What's a rad tech? Nobody knows, right? And there's all these really cool, well-paying and high-demand jobs in healthcare that nobody knows about. And we just want to get kids in a setting where they learn about them, they get to experience them, they go do it a little bit hands-on, and hopefully that translates into them saying, you know what, I'm going to work in healthcare.
You guys do some great things. That is for sure at Bellin Health, and we appreciate you taking some time with us.
One last quick question.
Yeah.
Quick question.
Yeah.
A lot of young athletes who get older in life, great young athletes, develop gout. What would you recommend for them? He's not going to help.
This halftime segment's over. We got much more coming up. Stick around. Mino's going to get an exam after this, but not from Phil. Thanks for joining us, Phil. We'll be back after this message. Back at Denmark High School, where they're celebrating homecoming by leading Luxemburg-Casco 28-10. The marching band is out there. They sound terrific. A lot of football players, not only playing football, but also marching in the marching band. They sound great here on homecoming here for Denmark. Well, it is Packers versus Cancer tonight. Of course, we just talked to Chris Barnes and Jordan Love. Cancer's affected so many people in the area, including the Green Bay Packers. Our Ben Boken is down on the sideline with more on that story. Ben.
Yeah, you guys said it. Many of us know someone who has been impacted by cancer. Yesterday, I talked with Bellin Health and the Packers about what this initiative is, Packers versus Cancer, and they say that this is really about spreading awareness to people that getting an early screening for cancer is important. Most of us know someone who's been affected by cancer. Aaron Popke has seen the disease affect his own family.
I've got an aunt who's a breast cancer survivor. I have a grandfather who passed away at the age of 57 from colon cancer.
That's part of the reason why the Packers Director of Public Affairs got a screening done.
I put off my colon cancer screening. Part of it was COVID, and part of it was just, hey, I'm healthy. I don't need to worry about that. But with a family history, I should have gotten that taken care of right away.
This year's Packers vs. Cancer campaign aims to educate others about the importance of getting their own screening for the disease.
We are fortunate in the NFL and the Packers to have a lot of attention on the team and our games, and I think with that comes a lot of good.
It's a team effort with Bellin Health. Dr. Brad Wajny says early screening provides the best chance to survive.
One of the hardest things we have as healthcare providers is telling someone they have cancer.
As the Bellin Medical Director for Population Health, he's seeing breast cancer hit women at a younger age.
We know that if we can catch breast cancer early, your chances of survival are significantly improved. There's less need for surgery, less need for radiation or chemotherapy.
Fundraising efforts include the sale of hats at the Packers Pro Shop. $5 from each beanie go to the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. And Wajny says anyone can get the disease, so it's important to get checked out before it's too late.
Cancer screening methods, often people think they're icky. There's things that they don't like about doing them, but it's a lot better than being treated for cancer.
Now, Packers vs. Cancer goes through the month of October, so if you want to grab one of those hats that you saw in the story, the $5 from each of those hats goes to the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. If you want one of those, you got about a month at the Packers Pro Shop. Ted Mino, back to you.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Ben. And these are the hats.
These
of
are
course.
the hats.
Ben should come up and get one of these hats. They're very warm.
It's
He's
out there.
freezing down there.
Ben, where are you from? Are you from like Alabama or someplace?
Hey, I am I actually grew up in Louisiana, but I was born in Tampa. So last week's Packers game, kind of literally hit close to home for me.
All right. Well, don't get any frostbite down there, okay? I mean, it's out down to like 49.
Hey, my hands they're blood red at this point.
Hey, Ben, we're going to check in with you in our next segment. We've got a special guest with us once again. You know him if you've watched Showdown before, Mark Hewson from Bell and Health. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Mark, we're talking about Packers versus cancer. What a great night this is. You got both Denmark and Luxemburg-Casco involved in fundraising. This is a pretty special night. Tell us a little bit more about Packers versus cancer, and Bell and Health is the title sponsor for that as well.
Yeah, it's just a great opportunity between Green Bay Packers, Bell and Health, and the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation. It's going to be a great initiative at the Packer game, and it's a great initiative this night. Putting out these hats, $5 everyone goes to that initiative just for awareness and helping out with these screenings.
It's cool that you guys, of course, talk about sports medicine. We're talking about knees and ankles and things like that, but that's stuff that can be really overcome. When you're talking about the big C, that's a whole different world, and then you guys take a whole different view of, obviously.
Yeah, it is, and it's just one of those great opportunities. If you can do a screening, doesn't matter if it's for breast cancer, colon cancer, skin cancer, lung cancer. It's all great opportunities that you can catch it way earlier. Even if you have minor symptoms, get in, get checked. If you don't have any symptoms, get in, get checked. Get those screens done early.
Well, there are numerous cases of guys that go for their physical for sports, and then something's detected that otherwise would never have been detected.
Correct, and a lot of times that happens at the professional levels,
right,
where they're going for a pre-physical, and they run a test and say, hey, did you know about this? Had no symptoms.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a great opportunity.
Mark, we really appreciate you stopping by. I know you were part of our pregame show with Nina and Cameron and everyone. Really appreciate you coming out. Bell and Health's participation in Packers versus Cancer and everything you do for us.
Thanks,
here on
guys.
Showdown.
Thanks, guys.
Always fun having you, Mark.
All right, it is halftime. We've got more coming up for you after this timeout. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26. Okay. I think so. Should be. Unless something happens.
We're live, Teddy. We're on TV, Teddy. Thanks, Mark.
28-10. Talking with Mark Hewson from Bell and Health. Oh, what a great night here. Hey, let's go back down to the sideline. Of course, cancer's affected so many people. We've talked about that before, but Ben, I know you talked to some folks from the Luxemburg-Casco football team that's also been affected by cancer.
Yeah, one of the star players that we've seen here tonight for Luxemburg-Casco, Ryan Ruthio, he told me just a couple days ago that his mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when he was in the 6th grade. He's now a senior. The head coach also told me that his aunt died many years ago from cancer, and she underwent a pretty long battle with that, and there was another member of that coaching staff whose wife had breast cancer. So a lot of personal connections to this initiative, guys. Luxemburg-Casco head coach Neil Searing remembers his Aunt Mary, who was a breast cancer survivor for years, but when it came back, she eventually died.
She was a fighter and well-loved in the Denmark community. I know there's a lot of people. She babysat, she kept her faith throughout the whole process and was loved and supported by everybody.
Searing says the wife of another coach also had breast cancer.
It is definitely tough to see someone go through that, but it's also, I think, a positive thing when you see all the people that come and support you and how much love and affection that people truly do have.
This Friday night's high school football matchup between Luxemburg-Casco and Denmark is part of the 6th consecutive Packers versus Cancer campaign. These players behind me will work to raise awareness of all cancers.
I try to teach people, lead with your heart and rely on your faith. And I think that's the biggest thing that I would promote to people, is to rely on that with people.
The high school sold 214 t-shirts each to benefit the Vince Lombardi Cancer Foundation, and both are already sold out.
Wins and losses will not determine anyone's life here. It's how you affect people and the character you show and how people remember you and the relationships you build.
Wide receiver Ryan Ruthio's mother was diagnosed with breast cancer when he was in 6th grade. Ruthio is now a senior, and Mom is still here.
It was a struggle seeing her going through all the pain, but we had to stick together as a family and just push through it.
This Friday night, he's honoring his mom, who he says taught him never to take anything for granted.
Play for her and my family, my other family that I have.
Now, Coach Searing also told me just a couple days ago that win or lose, these games won't actually affect anyone's life in the long term, but he says this is much more than just a game playing here tonight for the Packers versus Cancer Initiative, guys.
Terrific story, Ben. Really appreciate you sharing that with us tonight. And again, Packers versus Cancer tonight. It's been an amazing night so far, and it's been an amazing game so far. Denmark leading Luxemburg-Casco 28-10. An exciting second half starts after this timeout. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26.
He's on the track.
Well, the Denmark homecoming students here having fun.
Is this the bus, Ted? What was that?
I'm not sure what that was.
All
It could
right.
be a bus, like a roller coaster.
Okay, all right. You're also an
virtual
aficionado of all those
experience.
things? Yeah.
Be a rocket ship. Yeah, there's a young man in the
right.
I guess that would be a tutu.
I guess
he was leading.
He was leading it.
He was
doing an
leading the
outstanding
roller
job.
coaster, yeah.
Absolutely. He had the entire section.
He was very good.
Rollicking. Absolutely. Good stuff. Good high school football atmosphere here tonight.
Man, just a beautiful night here, Week 7. Only two more weeks left in the regular season after tonight. Can you
Hard to believe, isn't it, though?
Oh.
Got some other scores for if you want, Teddy?
Yeah, what do you got?
Wrightstown 22, Fox Valley Lutheran 14. Little Chute 16-8 over Freedom at halftime. Bayport 42-7 over Ashwaubenon. Neenah 21-17 over Kaukauna. Fond du Lac 21-7 over Kimberly. So
yeah,
those
that's
are our partials right now.
Little Chute Freedom.
Some big games, yeah.
Battle of the undefeateds.
Right.
Unbeatens. There's a lot of folks in the Northeastern Conference watching that one. So we are underway here in the third quarter. The Vikings receiving the kickoff, leading 28-10. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you on the call tonight.
Taken out to the outside once again is Nolan Perry, who's had a big night returning. Well, if you're Neenah, and that was a long halftime, obviously, wasn't it, Ted? I mean, with the homecoming festivities and everything like that, which was great, fun to watch, and having the two Packer players up here was really fun. But if you're Neenah, you have to think, okay,
who?
Oh my gosh! I was looking at the other scores here. If you're Luxemburg-Casco,
what game are you watching?
Where am I?
Okay, that's all right.
If you're Luxemburg-Casco, you have to
set
the stage with your defense.
Yes.
No question about it. You got to set the stage with your defense early in the second half.
We'll start this one.
That was a pretty good way. Well, bounced out. Nice effort, Nolan Perry. But then finally taken down.
Well, and the
The
quarterback,
loss of a couple.
Lucas Miller, came back into the play. He was looking for a block.
Throw a block.
I wasn't so sure that he wasn't looking for maybe a lateral.
Yeah, that's true. That might have worked. That might have worked. No, he showed some courage coming out there, but a loss of about 3 on the play. So that's exactly the type of plays that Neenah needs to make a statement with here in this. Neenah, did I say it again?
You
Neenah?
did. It's Luxemburg-Casco and Denmark.
I ate one cookie and my head goes all crazy. What's up with that? By the way, thank you to Toby Olson for the wonderful cookies he brought us here today. Toby, pretty much the mayor of Denmark, not in official capacity, but generally.
Good spin by Nolan Perry.
Takes up to about the 31. Brings up 3rd and 9 early in the second half.
Really appreciate the Packers, everything they've done for this game. The two schools, and of course Jordan Love, Chris Barnes stopping by at halftime tonight.
How about having those two on your same high school football team?
Well, they did win a state championship.
Yeah, in California. There's a few good players.
Yeah. Appreciate their time and wish them luck this weekend.
Quality young men. I thought that was a great story about the way cancer has affected, not only the Packers, Luxemburg-Casco, pretty much everybody has been affected by it.
Absolutely. We've got a timeout on the field, so we'll step away. You're watching Showdown. So an early timeout here for Denmark. Just a couple minutes into the second half here. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino. SBN NBC 26 tonight for this broadcast. Normally we're over on WACY. If you haven't seen our broadcast before, we've been doing it for about 20 years.
Has it really been that long?
That's when we started.
Wow, that's incredible.
Showdown's been going a little bit longer. Showdown's been going on for about 23 years.
Open.
Nice pass over the middle, has a man. Oh, and
it dropped it. It hung up there just a little bit. Charneski tried coming back for it a little bit. It just hung. If that could have been led just a little bit more, I think he would have caught it in full stride. but he got beyond the defenders. So dodging a bullet is Luxemburg-Casco in the first series of the second half.
Cherneski had that big 42-yard touchdown catch that was called back on a penalty in that first half.
But it was still a phenomenal effort.
It was.
Just phenomenal. We've had some great players tonight, great plays. It's been a fun ball game.
Sure has.
So the Spartans should get it in pretty good field position.
Fourth down, and the Vikings will punt. And
Good
this is a
punt.
boomer.
Boomer's right.
Back
Back to the 30.
The return man.
Looking for block. Reverses field. Got some blockers on that side. He's got a chance. He's got a chance to go.
One man to beat, and he is in for the touchdown. Wow. Touchdown, Spartans. Unbelievable.
What an incredible cutback he made to get that daylight. You could just see a wall of white shirts waiting for him, Ted, when he made the cut right here. Watch how many white shirts there are all of a sudden that'll pop up right there. Incredible. And taking it down for the score. Holy cow, how to get back in a ball game. Make a statement on defense and take it back about 70 yards on the punt.
Wow. Well,
officials talking about something. I'm not sure what.
I'm not sure if they're going to line up for a two-point conversion here. Nope. They're going to kick the extra point.
Yep, they've got a real good kicker.
What a turn of events.
That was amazing. Have we ever done games with multi-special teams touchdowns?
Ryan Ruthio.
Blocked. Coming in and make the block, a man that we've mentioned a bunch of times, Reese Johnson.
So 28-16. We'll step away. You're watching Showdown. Well, 28-16. Ryan Ruthio goes 70 yards on a punt return for a touchdown. The second special teams touchdown we've seen tonight.
Of the game, we saw the kickoff return for a touchdown for Denmark, and then that one now for Ruthio, who was featured in that great story at halftime about his mom's battle with cancer, and the very cool thing he wears in the back of his pads, like the spine protector, saying it's all for his mom. That's very nice.
This one fielded at the 10-yard line. And now some room for the Vikings. Oh, my goodness. It's a foot race. 30.
He's not going to catch
20. Goodbye, Vikings. Touchdown. Nolan Perry.
Absolutely incredible. You say it's been 20 years. We could go another 20 years and we'll never see a game like this. Made the one cut right there, got a good block, and then there was just nothing to the outside. Turned on the jets and takes it for the score. Wow.
Well, that's an answer. That's a good answer.
That's an answer. Oh, my goodness. Luxemburg-Casco is absolutely sky high after their touchdown. And once again, this stadium is rocking. Wow. And the extra point is good.
35-16 now. Just minutes in to the third quarter.
Incredible. Just absolutely incredible. 2.5 minutes in.
Well, we were going to take some time to look at that 70-yard punt return, but now we've got this kickoff return.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's look at both of them.
I'm a fan. No, let's not miss this kickoff because we might have 3 in a row.
So here's Ruthio on the return.
From the 30, makes a great, has nice balance right there, does a nice job, takes it left. Then he just has a picket fence full of blockers. Look at the white shirts in the convoy taking him down. Wow.
So we're going to come back live because we don't want to miss anything on the kickoff.
We do not.
We'll show you the kickoff return for a touchdown after this kickoff.
Oh, my goodness.
So take your shoes off to do the counting here. 35-16.
I do have one off, as you know. Here.
We're not going to talk about.
We're not going to talk about
your toe.
We're not going to talk about my gout.
Phil was shocked.
Here we go. Short kick to about the 15.
They keep it away from Ruthio this time.
Look! Oh, my goodness.
You were ready
He
to make
had a
the
chance.
Sawyer Dorn with the return that time. All right, so let's go back and take a look at the kickoff return for the touchdown.
Yep, here we go.
And Nolan Perry from the 10.
Got that cut right there. And then it's just Green Acres. Wow. Does he have jets, though, huh, Teddy, when he turns it on?
He sure does. Different speed, a different
Yep.
level. So back to live action
Looking
now.
deep.
The freshman looking
Has a
downfield.
chance.
Got it!
Oh, what a catch!
He caught it!
What an incredible catch! Oh, my goodness.
We were watching a high school football game, and all of a sudden this turned into a video game, John. Look
That
at this
was
catch.
Just fantastic. Brandon Schley, what a beautiful drop. And that young quarterback, that freshman quarterback, just laying it out there, had just the right amount of loft under it. Oh, wow.
And that was the freshman making that pass again.
Straight up the middle this time.
Vander
Chris
Wheeling.
Vander Wheeling had a bunch of carries in that first half. So Luxemburg-Casco trying to answer.
Well, it wasn't a bad first 3 minutes of the second
Not
half.
bad, not bad.
That's okay.
Not bad. We'll take it. We will take it. A gain of about 7.
Yeah. Now let's just get rid of the playbook.
Let's just watch and enjoy. Big hole.
Tough run, and I think close to a first down here inside the Gallagher's Pizza red zone.
And looks like he has it, and he does. Another tough run that time by Vander Wheeling. So a first down on the 12. Same play, basically. Another nice hole, gained about 3 or 4. So Luxemburg-Casco really softened him up with those throws.
I would say so.
Yeah. I mean, those DBs aren't coming up nearly as fast right now. Actually gained about 3, so second. And about 7. Second goal.
Lawrence, the handoff again.
Again.
Vander Wheeling.
Denmark tries to stack him up, but Notfield gets about 5.
Yeah, third down coming up. Now they can still get a first down without getting a touchdown here.
Yeah, they can. Yep, I'd said goal, but you're right.
So you've got a...
So 2 downs really to get a couple.
3rd and 3. Vander Wheeling again.
Big
has
hole.
the first down, and then the touchdown.
Wow. Vander Wheeling had himself a series right there. Holy cow. But this offensive line for Luxemburg-Casco is doing a tremendous job right now. Look at those blocks downfield right there. That's what sprung them. So what an answer now by the Spartans.
And the extra point
is good.
So 35-23. Spartans add another 7. They're getting a little bit closer here, John. We'll
Yeah, I
step
wouldn't go
away.
away yet.
No. Stay tuned. You're watching Showdown. Back at Luxembourg, and what a game we have seen so far. Still 7:22 remaining in this third quarter.
Third quarter. So they've only played 4.5 minutes so far. And this is what we've got. 20 points. Squib kick this time. And it's going to work.
Maybe.
Or is it? Oh, big hit to knock him out at the 40.
One man. What a game. Hey, Bell & Health, Titletown Sports Medicine and Orthopedics is proud to provide licensed athletic trainers for area schools and local athletes. Tonight, Adam Hollett is our athletic trainer for Luxemburg-Casco. Thanks to Adam and all of the Bellin licensed athletic trainers who help keep our kids safe and in the game. Bell and Health, the official healthcare partner of Sports Showdown.
And how much fun is it having Mark on at halftime? Isn't he great?
Mark's terrific. Phil Scheibele at
Yep,
halftime with
they're all
us.
great.
It's been a fun game tonight. Another big run here.
Tough. That is a tough running back right
the
there.
ball
Reese
squirted
Johnson.
out right at the end, but they'll say he was down by contact.
5'11", 195. Does a great job at squaring up. Puts his head down, drives those legs. Tough runner. Gain of about 8. Brings it up to the 46. You know, it's the old saying, who has the ball last? You know, but this could turn out to be that kind of a ball game.
Could be. Luxemburg's got a little work to do. But, man, this has been fun so far. 35-23. Vikings looking for an answer now. They get the first down. Keep the chains moving.
Another tough run right up the middle. Going into the fourth quarter, Menasha leads Notre Dame 21-14. Remember doing that game last year in the second round of the playoffs, I believe?
Yeah, and of
Menasha,
course,
Notre Dame.
their Bay Conference opponents.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the Bay last week. Wapaka and Xavier.
That was fun with Rocky. Obviously, the game was a blowout, but just having Rocky Blair tell stories about playing for the Steelers and everything.
It was a fun one. So a 1st and 10 from the 49. And Perry across the 40.
Still on his feet. Nolan Perry, 6 foot 150. And is he tough to bring down, and does he have some wheels? Another big run. Nice cut. Takes a couple guys to bring him down.
Picked up a few extra yards with that extra effort.
Absolutely. Ezra Wagee finally bringing him down after that gain and the first down.
Yeah, nobody's going anywhere from this game.
No, everybody's on their feet. This is something else. Little cross trap. They used that play earlier in the ball game for big yardage when they're down near the goal line. Actually, they scored on that play earlier in the ball game.
Jacob Lemons on the carry that time, so a different running back in there, number 23.
Give him a little bit of a break. That reverse pivot by the quarterback, pull the guard. Try to hit the hole.
Five-minute mark. Third quarter.
There's that bootleg that's worked so well for them tonight.
Miller, and that was picked off. And it's Ruthio. What a night he's having.
Unbelievable. Good coverage that time. He thought he had his man. I could see the window he was trying to throw it to, but Ruthio just did a really nice job of committing on the ball, breaking on the ball. Taking another look at it here. They've run this play a bunch tonight, and they've had some real success with it. And the quarterback does a nice job of flinging it, but Ruthio just really had the right break exactly at the right time. He was looking for his big tight end, Jonah Getch, once again. Tough run between the tackles once again for the running back that's got a lot of carries, Vanderweilen.
You had mentioned possibly the last
Yes.
team with the ball.
Yes.
Spartan's got to put some points on the board to clean this up a little bit, make it a little bit tighter.
You're right.
But
And
hey,
Nick,
you get the
gotta
first part
shut
done,
that happening.
you got the turnover. Lawrence waits for the snap.
Gets the play from the sidelines, where they really take it down to the last seconds.
And they give.
Another nice hole up the middle for Vanderweilen. And with this much time left in the game, there's no sense of urgency in regards to having to do anything outside of your game plan. I mean, you can just move the chains and get back into it.
Well, the fact that this young quarterback got into a rhythm,
Yeah.
got a little confidence after
Yeah.
the first couple of series has really opened things up. It allowed him to throw down the field a little bit, which has loosened things up
Yep.
for the run game.
Both quarterbacks have had some really bright moments tonight.
So 1st and 10 from the 37, and now Lawrence takes off running. And looking for
Lawrence
the
with a
first.
strong run, gain of almost, well, now it would be 10.
Is that his first carry?
Yeah,
I
the
think it
first
is.
one I remember.
Yeah.
Yep. First time he called his own play. It's going to be right at the marker. This one actually might take a measurement. Nope, they're saying first down. That was a strong finish as well.
So he had 3 carries previously this season for 4 yards.
Wow. And that one went for 10. 10 and a half.
His first carry tonight.
Well, he's, like I said, he's only a freshman, but he's big. He's got good size. 6'1", 180 as a freshman. That's outstanding size for a quarterback.
From the 47.
Vanderwheelen again. Steady dose. Gets 4 or 5 yards each carry. It's a different Luxemburg-Casco team from last year. We talked about that. They just lit it up. I mean, they did some pinball numbers.
Isaac Vandenbush, 1,800 rushing yards, 33 touchdowns last year. I mean,
that was incredible.
Next level.
But this
stuff.
one's a lot more power football, more between the tackles, like that.
Vanderwheelen again, looking for the first down. He's going to be close.
Short.
He's going to be just short.
About 1.5 feet short, I believe. He brings it up to 43-yard line of Denmark. At some point, you have to wonder where fatigue is going to hit. Because, I mean, I know these kids are 16, 17, you can run all day or whatever, but in a hard-hitting game like this, I don't care who you are, it's got to wear you down the stretch. I'm worn down the stretch here. You have to pick me up.
You looked a little worn down when you showed up today.
I know. I got some issues.
3rd and 1.
A long one. And he is stuffed. No gain.
So 4th down coming up, John.
Yep.
Your favorite thing.
Well, you got to go for it here. No question about that. Not even a question. With 1.5 minutes left to go in the 3rd quarter. And when you're behind, doesn't that clock, whether it's basketball and you've done a million games coaching, that clock just seems like it's at a different speed when you're behind, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So big play, one of the biggest plays of the ball game for Luxemburg-Casco.
And they've got the first down.
Barely.
Sam Schutz gets the carry.
He gets the first down. Defense came up quick. He did a nice job of just turning that corner and getting the sticks, getting in front of the sticks. So a big first down for Luxemburg-Casco, up to the 41-yard line now. With 1:09 left to play in the first half. What's wrong with me tonight, Teddy? In the 3rd quarter.
I wasn't going to say anything.
Wow.
We'll let you go.
Unbelievable. No more cookies at halftime, all right? Uh-oh.
Loose ball, Loretz just picks it up and...
Yeah. Could have been about a 6-yard loss. Loses about 1. Maybe 2. They've had some issues with the snap a couple of times tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, the young guy's done a pretty good job handling.
Really good. Oh, his poise has just been flawless. Just been unbelievable. Just been unbelievable. Can't imagine me being that composed when I was a freshman. Can you? I think I would have been a little bit more.
We've discussed this before.
I know we have. I think I would have been a little bit more excitable. What do you think?
I think so.
I do too.
20 seconds to go in the quarter. 2nd and 11, a little jet sweep, and Loretz will instead keep it.
Another big gain.
That's a nice
So
play.
they brought that one out of the arsenal, and that'll be the last play of the 3rd quarter. Like I said, if you've been here this long, stick with us.
35-23, the hometown Denmark Vikings trying to wrap up a homecoming win tonight. 4th quarter coming up after this timeout. You're watching Showdown on NBC 26. So we begin the 4th quarter, 35-23. Denmark leading Luxemburg-Casco. Ted Stefaniak, John Mino with you on an exciting night in Week 7. Here's a pass. Here's some escape artistry.
I don't know how Chris Vanderwheelen got away from that tackle. They run a little bit of that bubble screen to the outside, and the defender for Denmark was right there, but he made some kind of a little move, put his head down, and just, wow, what a game he's having. And officials stop play for injury, I believe. I think one of the Denmark players. Is he coming out of the game? And, well, no, it looks like they're going to leave him in now. Not exactly sure what happened. You, Ted?
There's a player. Oh, player still down on the sideline. So.
Oh, okay.
So let's check in with our neighborhood reporter, Ben Boken, standing by. We just saw, actually, the man checking in for the injured players, Cole Charneski, and you had a chance to catch up with Cole earlier this week, Ben.
Yeah, he's made some big plays here tonight. He's a senior, and here's one of the big things about him. It's actually probably his first passion is dirt track car racing. Now, he's been really successful doing that. I talked to him for a whole night about it on Tuesday night earlier this week, but he's got 8 wins. He's only been doing it since April of 2021, so not even 2 years. He actually won a state championship because he accumulated the most points out of all the dirt track racers in his certain category. So he's a man of many trades here, and very, 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 very good racer. I actually went into the school on Tuesday and I saw a group of the players. I said, hey, anyone doing something cool outside of this, outside of the game, outside of football? And there was a group of about 10 of them. They all pointed directly at Cole and they said, he's a dirt track car racer and he's really, really good. So making big strides. He actually told me he's going to be promoted to an even better division next year in dirt track car racing. So he does it around Wisconsin, and he does it with his dad. His dad's been doing it since he was born, and just when he turned around 17 years old, Cole said, I want to do this thing too. So very, very interesting story here, and tonight making some big plays on homecoming and Packers versus Cancer night.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, thanks, Ben. Appreciate that little story on Cole Charneski. Meanwhile, we've had this timeout because we've had an injured player. It's Reese Johnson who's now on his feet and walking back to the bench. So the trainer's doing a good job making sure that he was all right, but good to see Reese get up and walk off under his own power.
Incredible. So Luxemburg-Casco now on the 14-yard line, 1st and 10. Big play by the Denmark defense. Big play. That's what they needed right there. Jacob Dittmer, number 11, coming up to make the stop. And that's one of the first negative plays for the Spartan offense in a long time. Remember the days we did dirt track racing?
we
141 Speedway?
Yep.
How much fun was that?
That was fun.
That was a blast. With Joe Vertigan as our track announcer. Yep.
Got a little dirt track racing now in my family.
Do you really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Loose ball, and
they've had
Lawrence
some trouble
will
with
just
that.
fall on it.
Yep. Big loss all the way back to the 35.
My daughter just married a Gracione.
Oh, Gracione, man. That was a big name in racing lore around here. One of the biggest names. Well, that's fantastic. Is your daughter going to get into it then, racing?
She did a girlfriend. She was a girlfriend back in the day, but did like a race.
Okay.
For the girlfriends and wives, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah. She finished third.
They used to call
she was
those
awesome. Finished in third place.
They used to call those powder puff races, but I don't think they do that anymore.
I didn't say the word.
I know, but that's what they used to call them.
Don't ask me how many cars when she finished in